Hello students, welcome you all to our second video, you can say lecture of this chapter, motion and time. Okay. So previously or in our first video lecture, what we have seen that how to measure speed. Okay. What is the formula of speed, how we can convert the speed into kilometer per hour into meter per second or vice versa. Okay. So these are the things that we have already discussed in our previous classes. Now students, in today's class we are going to discuss few things. So in today's class students, first of all we will discuss that distance time graph. Okay, so you can see here distance time graph. So let us start with this very important portion. Okay, now just have a look. In table 10.3 some reading is there which is in odometer. Okay, reading of odometer means odometer only measures the distance in kilometer. Okay, so I am writing here km. Km represents the kilometer, so it can measure the distance. So time is there from 9 am, 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, 10. You can say odometer readings are there 5630, 5645, 5660, 7590. Okay, these are the readings. So what is the distance? First of all, initially distance is 0, then it is 15, then 30, 45, 60, these are the distance. So distance travelled in minute, so also that means it covers 15 kilometer in 15 minute. Next you can say next 15 kilometer in also 15 minute, then 15 kilometer in 15 minute. Okay. Now after reaching the destination, she calculated the speed of the whole journey and also different intervals of time during the journey. So its speed of the entire journey, what will be the speed of the entire journey? Total distance divided by total time. What is the total distance? 60, because distance from home. So distance, maximum distance from home is 60. So total distance is 60 and total time, what is the total time? 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. If we add these 4 15 minutes, we will get 1 hour. So 60 kilometer per hour. This is the total distance. Okay. 60 is the total distance and 1 hour is the time. So total speed, if we measure the speed, then we will find out 60 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is our total distance. Now if we go for the intervals, that from 9 am to 9:15 am. So from 9 am to 9:15, that means this. Okay, you can see here the distance is 15 and also the time is also 15. Okay, just have a look. Distance is 15 kilometer, time is 15 kilometer. So we can divide it, that 15 kilometer divided by, you can say, distance or time. We can easily find out the speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. So 15 by 60. Okay. Now you are you ask me that why it is 60. So just have a look. This time, we can convert this time into hour. Okay, here it is written kilometer. Okay, here it is written kilometer. So and time is it minute. So 15 minutes means how much hour? So 15 divided by 60, that means 1/4 or 1/4 hour. So what will be the speed? Total distance divided by total time. 15 divided by 1/4, that means 60 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now Neha was surprised to get the time speed. You can say speed of each time or each interval. If we find out each interval, or if an object travels in a straight line and covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be in uniform motion. Very important. Okay. So when a body called is in uniform motion, so if it covers equal distance in equal interval of time. Okay. In short, we can say the speed of a body in uniform motion doesn't change. Definitely, let me show you that it covers equal distance in equal time. That means you can see here that here 15 kilometer distance in 15 minute, then also 15 kilometer distance in 15 minute, then also nextly 15 kilometer distance in 15 minute. Okay. So it covers equal distance in equal time. That's why we call it as uniform motion. Okay. So what will be that graph? Now we can represent the information. Just have a look. given in table 10.3 plotting distance time graph. Okay, in the case of distance time graph, you can see here two axes are there. In mathematics you have already done it. Okay, this axis we call it as x axis, just this axis we call it as y axis. Okay, so we just take distance in y axis and time in x axis. Okay, now just have a look, take a graph sheet. This is a graph sheet, all of you are familiar with the graph sheet. Now draw two perpendicular lines to show x axis and y axis. We have already drawn two perpendicular line. You can see here this angle is 90 degree. Okay, that's why we call it as perpendicular. Okay, write time on the x axis and distance on the y axis. You can see time it is written on the x axis and distance it is written on the y axis. Okay, now write suitable scale to represent the data on the two axes. For example, we can take 1 meter is equals to, 1 centimeter is equals to 15 minute, okay, or 1 centimeter is equals to 15 kilometer. Now, according to the scale, we have taken the scale, okay, it is written 0, 15, 30, 45, 60 in the kilometer, and see from 9 am, so it is 0, then 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, 10, okay. So, distance and time we have taken. In mathematics, you have already done it, okay. Okay. Now, just have a look. Then plot the points for each set of values of distance time. To mark a set of value, look for the points that represents 15 minutes on the x-axis. Now, draw a line parallel to the x-axis from the point corresponding to the distance of 15 kilometers. That means you can say 9:15. So, this is the point 9:15. Okay. So, this is the point 9:15. And it is 15 kilometers. So, this should be your first point. Your second point will be 9:30 and distance is 30 kilometer. Then 9:45, then the distance is 45 kilometer. When 10 am, then the distance is 60 kilometer. Okay. So, this should be your 4 points. Now, if we draw a line regarding these 4 points, so you will find out, you will get a straight line which passes through the origin. Okay. So, you can say by seeing this line we can easily find out, students, that this body is in uniform motion. Why it is uniform motion? Because only in the case of uniform motion we will get a straight line which passing through the origin. This is origin, we can say this point is 0, 0. Okay, this is the origin. Okay, so only in the case of uniform motion we will get a straight line. Okay. So, this is your representation. I hope you can understand this. Okay. Because in mathematics you have already do this kind of things. You have already just did how to draw a graph, how to choose the scale and all the things. Okay. So, basically what type of line we will get? So, you will get a straight line. Okay. So, what we can conclude? We have already discussed that we can conclude that the graph of a distance versus time for uniform motion is always straight line. Okay. Now, imagine another situation. Another situation means one more table is there. Okay. One more graph will be there. Okay. So, let us find out what is the another situation. So, just have a look where Neha's father gets traffic on the road and the car continues to travel in a straight line but has to slow down or speed up for the time to time because of the traffic. Now, if we have a traffic, then what we have to do? If we have a speed breaker, if we have a traffic signal, then we have to slow down the car, we have to stop the car, and then when we see the green light, then we will go up. Okay. So, that means speed is just moving up and goes down. Okay. Now, the car travels different distance in 15 minutes interval. So, look at the table. So, just have a look. The table 9 am, odometer distance is, you can say, 5630. So, distance is from home is 0 first of all. Now, 9:15, the distance is 4 kilometer and in 4 minutes. Then the distance is 7 kilometer in 3 minutes. Then 14 kilometer in 7 minutes and lastly 20 kilometer in 6 minutes. That means you can see here that the distance and the times are not uniform or not you can say equal with each other. Okay. Now, if we find out in this case, just have a look. So, let us calculate the speed of the journey. First of all, let us calculate the total speed of the journey. Okay, so total speed of the journey, what will be the total speed of the journey? Just have a look. Total distance is 20 and total time will be 60 minutes. If we add the total, you can say, so just have a look, speed is equals to distance by time. Okay, so 20 kilometer is the speed and distance is equal to, let me show you the distance first. Just have a look, distance travel in 15 minutes. Okay, so total is 15, 15, 15, 15, so total 1 hour. Okay, and these are the distance. Okay, so you can see here that 20 kilometer by 60 minutes, that means 20 kilometer per hour. So this is the overall speed or average speed. Now if we want to find out the interval speed or first 15 minute speed, then we will get first 15 minute, you can say the distance is 4, okay, and time is 15 minutes, so 4 by 15, that means if you convert this 4 kilometer by 15 minutes into kilometer per hour, you will find out 16 kilometer per hour. So what do we find, students? That the speed is not uniform throughout the motion. Okay, now so in both cases the speeds are different. It means the car traveling in a straight line is in uniform motion. Okay, so only in uniform motion the car will travel or it can travel in a straight line. Okay, so this is the thing. Now in this case the car is not moving in a straight line because the distance is not same. So an object said to be in non-uniform motion if the speed or direction of the body does not remain constant. Okay, you can say that overall speed is 20 kilometer per hour. In the first interval we get 16 kilometer per hour. If we find out the next interval, we will get another speed, okay, which is not equal to these two. So in this case we will call it is in non-uniform motion. So the distance time graph of the body in non-uniform motion, it is a curved line. Okay, so definitely we will get a curved line like this. Okay, and in the uniform motion we will get straight line like this. Okay, so the distance time graph for an object at rest is a straight line parallel to x axis. Okay, now this is very important, students. So what you have to do, you can just draw this graph. Okay, many of you have drawn this graph previously when we have discussed on Google Meet, but those who have not done, they can do this graph. Okay, you will definitely find out a curved line. Okay, now let me tell you one thing. One very important thing is written, that the distance time graph for an object at rest is a straight line parallel to x axis. The object is at rest. Okay, so if the object is at rest, then time will goes on. Here we have taken time. So from 9 am the object is here, 9:15 object is here, 9:30 object is here, 9:45 object is here, because the object is at rest. So if you join the whole line, you will get a straight line parallel to x axis. That's why it is written that the distance time graph for an object at rest is a straight line parallel to x axis. Okay, this kind of things. Okay, clear? So this is one thing. I hope you have understood how to draw a graph, how to find out the distance time graph. If the values are given, if the odometer readings are given, then how to convert it. And the main thing you need in this thing, it is the conversion. Okay, you have to know how to convert it kilometer per hour, meter per second, all the things. Okay, so students, the conversion is very much important. Practice the conversions more and more. Okay, and this is the last portion of our chapter, that measurement of time, how to measure the time, how in ancient days people measure their time. Okay, so these things, students, we will discuss in our next class. So that's all for today's video lecture, students. I hope you like the class. Okay, thank you all.